Good job, buddy. P1 right there.
Good evening, interwebs, or good morning, or afternoon, or wherever it is that you are. This is the No Toad Racing League, and for whatever particular reason, we seem to have problems with what we are scanning. I don't think that we're going to like that. So we're going to have to do a quick cut, and we're going to bring this thing right back up and see if we can't get this thing to fix for us. So hold on just a second. All right, there we go. We've got some sort of loose gremlin. I'm not real sure what exactly it is we got going here, but we definitely have a gremlin in our midst. We've got a gremlin on track. He's peeking underneath our graphic there, Davey, who is the guy leading the points, because that's just kind of what he does. He comes in and he leads a lot of points. He has got 3 wins of the 5 events. This is the halfway point of Season 23 from the No Toad Racing League. Do you want to be a Toad? No, you do not. You want to be part of the No Toad Racing League. It is recruiting now. Series we run almost every night of the week, including ARCA, Xfinity Next Gen, and the 87 Legends, along with lots more fun racing. Official races start at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That would be 8 o'clock Central. This is the 20th anniversary. We're a friendly iRacing league who got our start in 2002 using the NASCAR Racing Series from Papyrus. Use the Discord link on your screen right there to join up. Look us up. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. And we got one of them tweeter things, too. Be all tweeter. And the easiest way to find us, you can just go to iRacing, look up League 6307. It'll take you right to us. So come and not be a Toad with us, because that's what all the cool not Toads are doing. And tonight, the cool not Toads are running Las Vegas, or as some of us may call it, Lost Wages. I may be the only one who calls it Lost Wages, but still, that's still some of us. I count for one, I guess, probably, somewhere about in there. I don't know. We're gonna pop that. We're gonna switch back over, take another pass through on the points there. We still got Davey. You know, when you win half the races of the season, generally means that you're probably at the top of the points. Then you got Mr. Al Corey sitting there in second, with Kyle Sexy Waltrip Gretsch in third, Jacob Klinkart sitting there in fourth, Marty Rogers in fifth, AJ Benish is in sixth, the Nodge, John Crutchley, hanging out in seventh, John Campbell all the way upside down and right-hand turning it in Australia is in 8th. John Kreidler is sitting 9th. We got a tie for 10th. Jason Benson and Gary Sargent are both wanting to figure out who's going to be our 10th place driver. We got Dixon and Goff sitting there for 12th, 13th, which, you know, we figured out 11th place driver, and, you know, that makes more sense. We really aren't going 10 to 12. We got Skylar Carnes. We got Christian in 15th. Matt is in 16th. Ollie, who is streaming tonight, is 17th. Justin Malarkey. We got Will Jester. We got Terry, and then Mike McCuskey. Those guys are tied up for 20th. We have a starting grid already. Look at that. Look at all these people. We are coming to you from Las Vegas. We're doing some No Toads Hold'em tonight. With normal old normals, we've got 3 more sets in the pits. We got 65% fuel. We have got 110 laps, I believe, is what I saw. And we have got a actually pretty decent day. 65 degrees, real light breeze. And it is going to be some fun in the desert. Pop it on here. We are going to bring up a grid for you. There we go. Skyler puts it on the pole. That is what he do. With Davey outside, Clinkhart in third, Jaden sitting fourth, John and AJ in row 3. We got Matt and Adam sitting out front there in row 4. We got Ollie and Alan in row 5. We've got Roy sitting there with McCuskey, row 6. Christian and Al are row 7. Marty and the Nodge will be row 8. Kyle and Jason, row 9. Gary and John, or you'll hear me say JB, row 10. James, Lawson, Larry, Eddie starting shotgun on the field. Turn this thing off. We're going to turn this thing on. We're going to switch over to a wide shot. We're going to watch him make a quick pace lap around the Las Vegas mile and a half. And this will, this should be a fairly quick race. I mean, all things said and told. Pretty well drafting pack, you know, momentum. You definitely want to keep the momentum up. You don't want to just drop out into the nether world. Going off into 3 here. And Skyler, remember, this is start on green with the no-toads. We'll bring them around for lap 1 of their 110. Wait for that pace car to drop off. Pace car has decided now is just as good a time as any to drop off. Got a green. We got going to do, guys. Skyler says sayonara, and Clinkhart's going to go ahead and try and follow him around. We got 2 wide. We got 3 wide. We got some 4 and 5 and 9 wide. Not really. We don't have really 9 wide. We have some 3 wide there towards the back. Had it split secondly. Up here, the battle for the lead. Got Davey on the outside. We got Clink kind of trying to go lower, now back up high, and Skyler's going to just keep it just enough in front of him. Be like, you know what, why don't you go follow Davey? And that high side, as we see on these mile and a halves, might be what they need for that little bit of momentum. We got Clink with a breast cancer awareness paint scheme on there. That's really cool. That's a good looking car. But that's also a good looking scheme. Little pink doesn't ever hurt nobody. What does hurt nobody is the Dressed for Halloween number 38, Davey Hendricks. Because we see this happen all too often. We let that guy get out front, and he gone. Skyler's going to go ahead and do what he can to try and wrestle this out of the hands of one Mr. Davey Hendricks. Clink almost looks like he is doing this, sitting there in second, making some laps go by. Here, ride back off the back of Davey. Jump in here to the Clink mobile. Up over here, where's Skyler? There he is. Got Skyler hanging out the back. Got Davey hanging out the front. Hop back a little. Paddle, 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 paddle. I might actually start doing that just because I'm sure that cannot not be annoying. JB is somehow... We're apparently having more tech issues than what I thought we were having. Trying to get brought over here to me. Bring this over here. All right, JB, are you in here with our whatever gremlins I got going on? I believe I've got him. All right, guys, we have got a John Martin in here with us. Yeah, it does show you on track right now. So I presume you're just sitting there listening, right?
I am definitely not on track right now.
All right, well, we'll try and pop down through and find you in Discord then. Right, so we've got lap 8 of 110 rolling. I was asking some of the guys what they were doing as far as in practice. What I was told was 25 laps, and we had lost about 2 seconds worth of pace, and we've also got a significant tire wear, is what I'm going to call it. We were down ballpark at 80% on right fronts. Had one of them was doing some 2-tire experiments and had the left rear go down well under that. We was actually under 50% trying to do 2 runs on. Got ballpark about 32 laps for fuel unless somebody's really trying to save. So saving fuel may be the name of the game, because if it's 32, that's 64, and then that's 96. So that's putting these guys a good solid 14 laps short on fuel, and that's without any green-white checkers.
Well, also without any cautions.
So far, hopefully, we can keep that up. No cautions make for a good, quick race. And cautions breed cautions, as they do in real life. But you just kind of hope for the best, and there is room. I mean, you can run 2, sometimes 3 wides here at Vegas. Fairly cool track today. So I would think that realistically, 3 wide wouldn't be out of the question. But it's like Klink. Now he's down underneath Davey Hendricks trying to get around him for the lead. And it seems like it seemed like the top lane is a little dominant.
As it was earlier today in the real-life cup race, where they also demonstrated that 5 wide is actually a thing that's it's a thing you can do here.
Yeah, and if you take the grass, I mean, really, you get, 7, 8 wide. It's depending on how much lawn mowing you want to do.
Very true. Maybe we can hope for a Talladega-style finish.
We get a one of those infield little ramps that they build. We just have somebody just sky it out across. And good times would be had by all.
I'm also not surprised that this is a tire-chewing track. I was watching the Cup race earlier today, and they did a quick little cutaway talking about how much rubber was being kicked up off the tires that they had pulled off of the cars, and it was quite a little pile.
I saw a little bit of that they were showing chunks off there, and the first thing that popped in my head was, I wonder if we're doing the tire dusting thing like we did at Indy. But I didn't hear what was going on. I saw Parker had chunks of rubber in his hand. I wasn't sure what the context was of that. We don't.
Yep, there was another shot from earlier today of somebody bumping through the grass and just throwing handfuls of tire rubber out through the radiator screen as they were slowing down.
Oh, well, yeah, that was supposedly the issue with the fire, was they were getting chunks of rubber accumulating in the front. So that may be exactly what they're doing. And then Davey just gets a shove up into the wall from Skyler for the lead. That is Boy, it's early in the race, so, I mean, hopefully he's got time to recover from that. But this shows you exactly what you get with the momentum-style track that is the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You lose a little bit of that momentum, and you're back. I mean, he's back to 6th position. They're actually losing it for 7th.
Yeah, just heard it over the radio. The traffic, the inner car comm says, "That's me racing too hard on lap 15."
I would say that is a fair assessment of the situation.
A comment from another driver who shall remain unnamed saying, "Newbie."
Yeah, that's...
Cough, cough, it was Sarge.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. That's, yeah, that's a little rough. That's actually a lot rough. But, the positive side being, it's at least early in the race. He can make up for it. But through all that, while we were watching him, Kreidler has snuck his way up to the lead, and he's got him just about a 0.6 of a second lead over Skyler. See him look back and that. Oh, Skyler just walled it off of 2.
Yeah, I saw Roy Hyde touch the wall just a moment ago as well.
Well, I guess I hadn't thought of that, but that stands to reason. If they're going to be burning up right fronts, they're going to be getting tight off. As Piracini got himself
23 in the wall.
Oh, boy.
Mike McCuskey in the wall also. Back in position 20.
I see him way back. Well, and if they're going to be a scuff and keep going, I guess at least maybe we've got that. But, it's going to be tough sledding for these boys. Take a lap 20 run through the lineup. We've got Mr. Kreidler leading the way with Piracini trying to hunt him down. We got Klinkhart, who I actually kind of caught some discussion about. They were saying, get a little, a little luck going his way. He may be leaving tonight, taking a trophy home. We've got Ollie back there in 4th. We've got Jaden, 509 NOS Energy car, running 5th. Skyler is back to 6th. And there again, a rub on the wall, just actually getting passed by Kyle. We're running down around here. Get that cleared. Got that done. Davies back here in 8th. We got the shoe. Adam in 9th. AJ goes a little man in the boat. Sitting there in 10th. We got Roy Hyde hanging out in. Oh, he's got his normal car on there. What freaked me out? In ARCA, he runs a Ghostbusters scheme now. I completely forgot that was what his normal scheme was. The 45 Canadian Tire from Al Corey is sitting 12th with old Sticky Fingers Jason Benson behind him. Got Marty Rogers 7 Up. I gotta convince him to put the 7 Up yours on there. That was a great campaign. He's running 14th. Al Dixon's Coke Zero Machine in 15th. Christian Lotion in 16th. And speaking of Sarge, there he is tootling around in 17th. Hanging back there with the Nodge in 18th. We got Mr. Lawson back on track. Had some hauler difficulty, so he got his hauler working and got one loaded up and brought to the track. He's running the Monster Energy car this week. And McCuskey's back there with one of the Valvoline schemes. The Mark Martin car, all I can say that they've seen that from Vegas today, was amazing. I really absolutely am a nerd for paint schemes. And Valvoline has had some just absolute, just slap your mom, they look so good paint schemes. And that one with all the little V's all over it is definitely one of the best. And I believe what we got up front here, JB, I think this is a lot of cars.
I think that is a technical term for it, yes.
Yep. Yep, definitely don't want to get too technical on the broadcast, but the front four are in the throw a blanket over them configuration. Or actually, I'm off track on that.
That's
actually
third on
third.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
third
that's
through about
battle
seventh.
third through fifth, third through
Yeah.
sixth.
Yep. Then sitting there seventh is the 79 of Adam Schoon. He's gonna show him a thing or two. Oh, he's gonna go ahead and get on up there. Yeah, the outside lane.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I do. I get on YouTube and just try to make people roll their eyes for a couple hours on Sunday nights. Definitely got a nice little pack forming though, and the outside. Man, I don't know. The outside may actually be faster through 1 and 2. Gets to run down the back straight, but the low side might actually be working off of 4 and around the front. Right on here with Ollie. Dropping the inside. See who all we got around here with us on Ollie. We got the shoe, we got the Walter behind him. Not really getting anywhere there. Sneak up on the card. Well, he's off the gas. Man, Ollie's off the gas just past the entry into 1. About 2/3 of the way through. He is picking it up. It really until almost the exit of 2. They're definitely slowing down. Best lap while we're on Ollie. His best lap was a 30.71. And we'll ride this out here and come across it 3 times. This last lap we just ran was a 32.52. So yeah, he is 1.8 seconds slower. Yeah, that's after 28 laps on these tires. Really chewing them up. Clean car. High siding him. He's staying right there. Actually, might be making his way back by. Pick the right side of the car, man. Struggle bus. Oh yeah, Big car's gonna roll him through 1 and 2 here. Get him back down the back straight there. The fearsome foursome rolls back into 3. Well, I guess it's a 5-some now. We got a boat paddler up there. AJ has caught this pack. We're gonna have Summer, Shandy, and Hams having a throwdown here, probably pretty quick. AJ's got the rafteritis, we'll call it, of being able to save fuel and save tires. He will start putting a hurting on you, most of the way through a fuel run. Speaking of, getting into lap 30, and as I have been told, lap 32 is where it looks like we're going to start running cars out of gas. If we can believe that. We're going to let this, let iRacing pick what it is that we are watching. We're going to kind of watch for guys to start peeling off and heading down the pit road. Oh, man. There goes Kyle. Kyle caught the wall. Kyle paid for it. And there is our caution right at lap 32.
Yeah, he wasn't able to keep it down off the racing line.
Yep. Wonder if
Just
that...
a half a car over the white line.
Yeah, which, realistically may have been the thing to do, because right there is Kreidler, the leader. So, looking at there's the world's fastest pace car. Really, that, for Kyle anyway, getting that caution to come out is probably the best thing that could happen to him. That way he doesn't lose a bunch of laps trying to get her turned back around and get heading down there, get pointed her down pit road.
I think on the...
Taking a ride on the roof. It's already showing the damage. Sound like he got into the wall. Oh, clink. Oh, there's more to this. There's definitely more to this. So we're going to jump in here and we're going to hit pit road. And everybody's coming to pit road. We got little cars jumping up in the air. We got invisible pit crews around. You know what sound their pit gun makes? Meow, 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 meow. And since, they're basically all the same pit crew, no surprise, the guy that comes in first leaves first. Kreidler's going to come back out. Get everybody else funneling off of the old pit road. At least the pit lane marker didn't completely try and kill the broadcast today. All right, so we are going to switch things up, go to this, and let's double check this, because it looks to me that Clinkhart touched the wall. And when Clinkhart touched the wall, Kyle touched Clinkhart, and then I think Kyle got sent to the rear. Looks like maybe we've got some Ham's intervention here, maybe some lining kugels. So we got wall bump, and yep, Ollie got into him. Oh, man, about got him again. Driver's side, back, yeah. Yep. So these are some of the things here. Let's hop in with Ollie. Find Ollie here real quick. Oh, Ollie, where are you? There you are. Well, let's see if we can't get up there on the top of him. Like this, and let's see, wall bump. Leaving him in the dust. Really? I got it from Shoe. All right, back to live action drama. Drama llama. Coming around, we got 34 laps in the books with, more laps in the books to be made. Probably. We're gonna end up with like 110 of them, plus or minus green, white, checkered, or two.
Well, I've got to say that was probably the best timed yellow I think we've had in the league in a while.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was getting from them, was lap 32 was going to be where we had pit stops starting. Well, don't know why I managed not to be able to say that. But yeah, right on cue. So get in. I presume everybody's going to throw 4 tires at it. You got 3 changes of tires. Realistically, you got 3 stops to make tonight. So, possibly a splash, which some of the rear guys should be doing. I'm sure.
Yeah,
so.
I am sort of wondering who's going to come in and grab some tires and then come back in and grab some new fuel.
Well, looks like AJ, Marty, Davey, Ollie, Roy, Benson, Nodge, all made a second stop. So they're all doing kind of, I guess we want to call it the smart business. You put all the fuel in that you can, and then they'll get
and
back
Corey
up.
on the radio. Oh, I see you topping off AJ.
Yeah, AJ. Al, I have tried a lot. As a lot of us have tried to learn the ways of Rafter, and AJ come in here, and I ran with him. I'm not sure exactly how I convinced him or just if it said something to him, but he come over here from another league, and he absolutely is just, it's almost like black magic how much fuel mileage he can get out of stuff. All right, Kreidler sets him loose. Let's loose the marmosets. Lap 36. See what kind of things we got going on around here. We got Kyle coming from the back show, which that's generally a fun show to watch because he's usually fairly motivated to get back up. Got single file really quick, like a lap, and we're back single file. That's kind of weird. That's actually really weird. What's even stranger to me is we're all on the bottom, which with new tires and grip, I guess that may be it, but I think I would maybe want to at least, okay, there's Raptor. Raptor's trying the high side. He's thinking more along there of at least maybe try the high side and see if you can make up a little something while you're on new tires. Boy, it is just down and away, and have Kreidler just going to go ahead and make some laps for us. He's got Piracini in tow. Then right behind him, we've got Jaden, who's going to just happily sit there and do some left turns in third for a little bit and let this thing work out. See where he gets a little later on. Skyler, you know, I don't have anything that will show me if he took a fast repair, so he's either living with what damage he got or he burned his fast repair already, running there in fourth. We got the shoe sitting there in fifth. Kyle has already made up to sixth. He's right in front of Clinkhart, who is right in front of Rafter, who is right in front of Slider, who's right in front of Christian, who is right in front of Sarge. And Davey is, boy, that's just a weird spot. He's in 12th. McCuskey's running there in 13th. We got AJ in 14th. James is up 6 positions from the start. He's in 15th. Got Marty Rogers hanging out in 16th. Old Sticky Fingers is in 17th. We got Roy hanging out with him back to 17th. We got the Nodge, and Ollie rounding them out.
Fairly close battle between the 305 of Roy Hyde and the 42 of Jason Benson. Looks like Roy is going to get around Jason in another lap or two. He is making good time in that 305 Honey Bunny car.
They're getting stuck right on the bottom. We're hitching a ride here with Roy. Jump in the cockpit view. See what he's seeing. We got some bright red bars on that thing. Well, I mean, I guess, what am I talking about? I got bright yellow, so. Going up here. Get around. Man, he made that look too easy. Like, I kind of have a feeling that was probably a deal that Vincent said, yeah, I'll go ahead. You're faster than me right now. I'm going to not burn my stuff up. Just trying to race smarter, not harder.
Oh, for sure. Plenty of laps to go.
Yep. Still got 12 to go to get to halfway. But, I mean, we're already talking halfway. So, I mean.
Yeah. McCuskey and Binish and Marty Rogers in a battle for 12th.
That might actually be the closest battle on the track.
And James Lawson just behind in 16th, about a tenth of a second back.
I think we can ride on with James here.
I think he'll have a lovely game.
I was saying, he's got a bird's eye view of all this. Hitch a ride on his roof. Dig your fingertips in and hold on. Probably slow him down like that, being on the roof. I'm not really the most aerodynamic thing on the unit. Jump up here, Marty. See if we can see what Marty's seeing. He is seeing a McCuskey out his right side window. Well, he can't see me on the right side window. That little phone there next to your head there, and you hear it. Got McCuskey. They got McCuskey into one anyway. Yeah, there goes McCuskey back.
Yeah, McCluskey's having some success making that highline work.
They got a great entry. Here it comes again. He's got to run. Yeah, that high side is picking up pretty quick. I'm already 11, hitting 12 laps into this run now. So.
And now Roy joins the battle for 13th, right there next to James Lawson in 6-6.
Yeah, McCuskey's, I don't know, maybe falling back.
And Benson a half second behind.
McCuskey, I think McCuskey's a little too close to the wall there. He got up pretty high. Roy pretty quickly dispatched of him. And it could be maybe running that. Maybe that's why they were running lower. I wonder if running high is heating the tires up. That may very well be because McCuskey's losing a spot to James. It looks like Benson will have him pretty quickly too. Yeah, that entry. Well, that entry to 1 is really what's hurting McCuskey. He's just kind of got the high side blues. I thought Vince was going to go. Well, there he goes. Yeah, we kind of got a sort of staggered 3 wide. It's close enough we can pretend it's 3 wide because it looks 3 wide. I mean, it is, I guess. There, from that, look at that. We're 3 wide. Now we are. We're going through 1 and 2, 3 wide. This will work out great.
As it always does.
Yep, nothing ever happens bad when we go 3 wide. Hey, they made it. Oh, Nodge is coming now. Everybody's 3 wide back here, slowing each other down. Nodge says, all right, I'll take some of that. He's going to come up here, undoubtedly wearing a Bob Ross t-shirt and drinking a beer while he's doing this. Nodge is going to take the Looney Tunes. Left-handed?
Yeah, drink the beer left-handed.
Oh, yeah, he's got a H-pattern shifter. He's got a shifter with the right hand. So, yeah, that absolutely tracks.
Ha, another pun. Thanks, Dad.
That was as accidental as what I heard earlier was, well, we could get a different winner other than Davey. We'll have to see how the cards fall. And I was like, man, I'm already laying out the bad puns from the Las Vegas race. And he was like, oh, man, I didn't even think of that. We go, Customobile. See Nodge rolling on by there. Get some visual of how the banking is in here with the gyro cam. The camera that, I'll be honest with you, I don't know why it exists. I'd almost hang the thing up on the back of the car so it looks like the car's falling over or something. Which might actually give you a better shot of what this looks like, but this does show you Vegas definitely has some banking. It's a high-speed track. It's a really fun track. There is tire wear. It's a little slick. You can save some fuel. You can save some tires. It's a good track. I really enjoy racing it myself. I'm a big homer for the trucks, and I really love it in the trucks, but it races pretty good with everything else.
Yeah, I did figure out the most successful strategy for saving fuel and tires at this track.
Leave it parked on pit road?
Be in the booth.
Oh, yeah. I haven't spent anything on a set of tires all season. That's more of an iRacing joke because, tires are free on iRacing. That's the only thing they don't charge you for.
I was going to say, tires come with the subscription, right?
I think so. Man, imagine if they charged us a nickel per tire change. That could be bad.
Crunch all you want. We'll make more. It applies to the tires and, I guess, also to the cars.
Yeah, oh, man. They start charging us for wrecks. That's... Oh, man. I don't need none of that. Riding on board with our lonely leader at halfway, Mr. John Kreidler, hanging out down there in South Carolina. Drove all the way in the family truckster out to Vegas. This open car hauler and his car with 300 sets of tires. When we got here, he only used 4 of them. He had to start on 170 to get the free to change. He is just out here living the life. Take the blimp shot and see what kind of ridiculous lead he has on Skylar Guards. There's definitely out there doing the Lord's work on this racetrack, I guess. And we got Skylar, so got Jaden, and then Piercini's dropped off to fourth, and we got the shoe sitting there in fifth, and just single file clicking off laps. This does kind of seem to be one of them tracks that I don't want to say it has super speedway tendencies, but with the draft you get here, and if it's time to go, you can use that draft. You can get a little bit of speedway out of it, but also with the tire wear stuff like this, where you're just trying to get to the end of the race, you can almost use this kind of.
I'm sorry, Michael McCuskey coming down pit road, stopping in the box, getting some tires.
And maybe get a little of that rear damage fixed up. He's got a, I think he got, oh no, he just tires and out, yeah. Looks like he's going to try and short pit her just a little bit, because that's only going to be about 24 laps since last time we were on pit road. That is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if that's going to play out for him. But the damage was still there, so we know he didn't stop and take a fast repair.
And James Lawson in the grass.
And looks like
he's stopped in the grass.
Yeah. Well, that's odd. Does he see if he's running?
He's not doing some lawn mowing. He appears to be doing some weeding.
The car has decided that it's just going to go ahead and head on off.
Yeah, pulling behind the wall.
Yep. Well, may have a mechanical issue for Lawson. At least he won't be on the damaged vehicle policy clock. Saw that got Mr. Bell today, the real life race. That's a kind of a bum deal from the goings on at Vegas today. We'll just leave that one with that. Right on here with Piercini. We got some action starting up with these guys. We got 49 to go. Things are going to start picking up a little, so Matt's going to come down underneath Jade. Trying to anyway. Jade says, no thanks. I'm going to keep that spot. Matt's like, are you sure you don't want me to have that? Because I'm faster than you get into the corner. Jade's like, no, you see that? I kept the momentum on the high side and I left it behind. They're probably going to be discussing this for a while. Really got to work. Once you get up in the back, I mean, if you're a faster car, getting around somebody's not that big a deal. If it's a couple cars that are pretty even, passing it is difficult. Right on here, Jade a little bit. See him trying to sweat out Skylar. Doesn't necessarily work real good. Right up next to it. Oh man, that was neck and neck across the line. Got the entry in. Got Skylar Little on the midway on the exit. Is Skylar gonna roll off from getting a push from the shoe? Back into the gas. All right, Jaden's got second. Now, credited with second that lap. We've got him under a blanket again. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth all sitting here together. And that 27 Sexy Walter mobile, he's making his way to the front. We also have the question, who's saving fuel? I'm going to just assume that Kreidler is because he's so far out there that he's been trying to save some fuel once he got out front. And through that process, he's been a little easier on the tires, so he's still got some speed. Roy Hyde looks like he is just leaving pit road. Come back up. Speed. So we're starting to get guys dropping down onto pit road. Let's see what we got. Vincent and Hendricks, it looks like, are just on there. So yeah, McCuskey's 7 laps in. Everybody else still sitting here, which that first run was 32 laps because we had a caution. We're now on lap 33 of this stint. And Shu has hit pit road. He's going to try and drop underneath Jaden here.
Marty Rogers coming down pit road as well.
We got him finally starting to peel off and really getting inside. Matt's going to go ahead and stay in there. It looks like Kyle's not going to push it to try and get down. I mean, if we're getting into a pit window, realistically, just kind of straightening out, laying low, just letting things work themselves out. Not necessarily the worst problem that you could create for yourself. Because, you know, that way you don't have a car that's on the outside trying to get to pit road that hangs left and nails you. See some of these bars starting. We got Roy Hyde there in 17th. We got another blue bar starting on him. So he is out on a new set of tires. We'll start making laps. Dixon's in. Kreidler's in. See, Al Corey is in. We got pit road takers.
No, Taker's in 5th.
Oh, is he? All right. There's Kreidler. Going to hand over the lead to Jaden. Jaden's going to drop off and hit pit road, it looks like. Oh, so
and you just walk past that pun without saying a word.
Yeah, that's Skyler. Skyler goes by. Whoa, little
Skyler Taker
up there. I was watching 508 there. We got Jaden. He was definitely a little hot on the way in. He got not bad. I mean, he just got a little.
What's the notch? A little squirrely in the back.
I like a little squirrely in the back. All right, there's Christian's in, Benson's in, Nodge is in, everybody's in. You get a pit stop, and you get a pit stop, and everybody gets a pit stop. Look at all them cars.
Eight on pit road.
That is, we got Kyle, Davey, Jaden, Jacob, Matt, Christian, Nodge. Who's leading this thing? Taker. Skyler.
Take her away.
Take her away, Bobby. Lap 70, so we're going to have 40 laps to go. And some quick truth bars here. Looks like the longest run has been Skyler. And he's coming in on what will be lap 39. And hey, guess what? We're going to come around to lap 72. Skyler can make it to the end. Sarge has got 38 laps. AJ Benish, who is right now leading, is on lap 37. Everybody else is 37 laps or less on their fuel, and therefore, by my math, not going to make it to the end unless we get a caution. Strategery. We got strategery going on here. Paddle that boat. That's it. How did we not see this? AJ's got that little man in the boat paddling his little butt off, and he's creating tires or fuel savings.
And Gary Sargent now on pit road.
Sarge is in. AJ does not appear to want to be in.
Yeah, AJ. Just on the radio. 7 cars coming in.
All right, he's going to have a real late duck in there. There he goes. Good entry. Good entry, man. That was a good entry. He really come in there like he was going to just go ahead and skip it. So, yeah, looks like we're going to have Sarge, we're going to have Taker, and we are going to have Benish. We are 3 cars that we can give the stamp of, yep, they can make it. Everybody else, well, good luck. So, Ollie is our leader. Okola. Right on here with him, and as we do, you see everybody blowing by him.
I'll hitting him now.
I say this should be Ollie wanting to come in for a pit. Hey, I missed Ollie. He's coming up on 39, so he's good. Kreidler's behind him, which should cycle us all the way back around. Got hams on the Ollie. Look at them hams. All right, so the lead goes back to Kreidler. The shoe is a massive 2.7 seconds behind Kreidler right at the moment. We have, boy, that's big. So Shoe and Gretsch are actually apparently going to fight over this. But they're several seconds, 2.8 seconds behind Kreidler. They're actually 3 seconds ahead of Jaden, about 3.3 ahead of Piracini. So, I mean, there is... why are we not using the blimp? We need to use more blimp. It's like cowbell. We just got to put some cowbell in there. But Kyle is up 15 positions, and they're going by the 7-Up car. Heading off into 3. Ollie has got himself his lap down from his pit stop. So that tells me he was already a lap down and stayed out through that cycle. Got his lap back, did not catch the caution, and went back down his lap. I have tried that one far too many times. And I think all but once that's how it happened. It's sad, really. All right, so JB, who do you think is going to win this thing?
After much consideration, I'm going to have to go with the person that crosses the start-finish line the first of the last.
That's a fairly solid guess.
I thought it might be. I
think it could be. We're not real big about taking wins away from the No-Toad Racing League. So usually if somebody crosses the stripe first, we let them keep it. That is, of course, unless they do something to maybe, I don't know, harm a sponsor. Maybe then we take it away. Or, you know, they don't use the correct instant messaging program. I mean, that could be. I understand there is a lot of money and time lost because of incorrect IM machine usage. The whole thing just runs amok.
Yeah, so I heard a statistic recently that something like $40 billion of productivity was lost through not using AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't know that it still exists. It does. It's alive and well.
I personally am old school. I'm an ICQ guy.
Yes. The ICQ. I don't remember. There was another one I remember clearly installing on a 3.5-inch diskette. I cannot remember what it was called. IRC. That's what it was. Maybe MIRC. Back in the days where we went beep to get on the internet. Mom would get on the phone. You have to yell at her, "I'm trying to be on the internet." Click on a picture, go heat you up a hot pocket, come back, and the picture finally be loaded. Good times. Definitely good times. Speaking of some good times, we're going to hop on the Piracini mobile. He's making some way towards Jaden. Not quickly by any stretch of the imagination, but just a 100th here and a 100th there. He's just knocking off a 100th here and there. I was trying to turn that into Old McDonald really bad. I just couldn't get it there. We are 27 laps left. And then you guys are through with this for another week. Oh, that was a real good run into 3 by Matt. He's going to get a real good run down here. Going to go and follow Jaden in. I presume for where he's going to make this. Because, yeah, he's got a monster run. Big run on the inside. But that higher line. The higher line's just keeping him going. Jaden's hanging on the outside. Hanging tough. Had that played on me when I was a radio disc jockey and didn't know the boards. I was getting trained. Literally was on vinyl and played Hanging Tough. And this was like 1997. Good times. Sadly, I got requests for it years after that song should have died. And Matt Piercini bumps her up to 4th. We got the Shoe hanging out in 3rd. We got Sexy Walter hanging out in 2nd. And we got Kreidler stinking up the show. Speaking of stinking up the show, Davey has made his way back up to 6th. So, let's definitely not, pour one out for our homie here. He's going to be all right. Might lose a couple of points on the day, but not gonna change a whole heck of a lot there.
And he is certainly reeling in Jaden Consterk in the 508, who, by the way, I am definitely going to have to vote as most improved. I recall a couple, maybe 3 seasons ago, Jaden, his crew somehow managed to not tighten down the bolts on the steering wheel. And right at the green on the first lap, Jaden Consterk managed to pull the wheel right off the steering column.
Yep. I know one time that happened because I was on the receiving end of it. And I believe that happened another time. So, man, maybe he got some lag bolts and just drilled them off in there. But, yeah, if the wheel stays put, man, Jaden's got speed. Definitely got speed.
Yeah, I heard a nasty rumor that he fired his entire pit crew after that incident.
If that's the kind of performance they're going to give, I mean, play dumb games, win dumb prizes, and you let the wheels fall off the car. I mean, you kind of deserve to go hit the lunch line and go try and find you a job somewhere else.
Well, I mean, the basic qualification is righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you'd think so. But that gets confusing. I mean, it depends on what angle you're at. If the sun's up or the sun's down. It can change. Speaking of it can change, we've got changes happening at the front. Old Kyle has worked this lead down from, remember, we were over 3 seconds. Pop the box up here. We are just under 9/10 of a second. So he has knocked 2 seconds off of this and is closing on Kreidler. I mean, by no stretch is he there, but he is making up about a 10th through 1 and 2 every lap. And then Kreidler's making about half of that back through 3 and 4. So with 22 to go, we're going to be pretty close to having a battle for the win, which I think everybody can be cool with that.
That is pretty sexy, Walter.
That it is. Ollie has got his new tires.
And Ollie just closed that gap with Kyle.
He closed that gap with authority. I thought we were about to lose Kyle for the second time tonight.
Yeah, I'm in the booth and I was scared.
Yeah, that definitely. Oh, Kyle's coming in.
Oh, he's coming in.
All right. Well, so that's right. Kyle was one that didn't have fuel to make it. Sarge, AJ, and oh no, I already forgot. Sarge
Corey's
and AJ
coming in.
Well, it's time to pop up our box.
24 is pitting in.
All right, Carnes. That's right. Skyler, AJ, and Sarge are all going to be able to make it. Ollie was going to be able to also. He was 40 laps in. So yeah, those are, we got to remember there, Tran, Sargent, Carnes, Benish.
And
So we
we've
got
got
4.
48 and 42 coming in now also.
So yeah, everybody else, I mean, may as well go ahead and get them. I mean, I don't know if there's really any use of just slowing down. Go ahead and pop in and get it done and get back out there. At this point, the bed has been made. You're gonna got what you got. It is definitely gonna rack everything up as far as who's running where. It also popped Jaden up there. He's gonna run second now, but now Kreidler's got a 5-second lead. So I mean, he can be saving like a madman. Let's go hop on board with him and see if he is. We're going to cheat here and watch his tack, see if he's clutching it and shutting it off. Oh, he's coming in. All right. Hey, all we got to do is ride with woo. A little right-hand turn to
Ride
get her
with
into pit
woo.
lane. All right, so Kreidler's in.
And Jaden takes the lap lead.
That he does. Get him a bonus point, get him some more TV time. Jaden's had quite a bit of TV time today. Been up front, just a good quiet day. The next car behind him is AJ, and AJ can make it. So that gap doesn't mean anything, because if Jaden's going to have to stop, I mean, stopping on pit road, it don't matter. I mean, you're done if you've got a car behind you that can make it.
I've got to say, that comes in summer's handy.
That it does. Absolutely. It's like Sexy Walter ain't taking Nas stuff off of Jaden's car. He's just going to get on around him and go. That one just wasn't very good. But yeah, we got 7 cars on the lead lap.
I approve.
Under half of them can make it. The 002, the 27 now can. He is unlapped himself. He'll go to the end. Ollie and the 002 will make it, the 28, and the 7 of Benish. The 508, the 32, the 35, just based on what we've got here with our old pit strategery bar here, I don't think they're going to get it. Christian was only running 37 laps, so that to me tells me he's going to be like 2 laps short, which at that, I mean, you might as well just try and save the fuel and just go ahead and ride it out, or clutch it and try and make for the best. Marty's running 32 laps, so he's going to need to be coming in here like quick. He's going to need to be in here real quick, actually, I think. But these are what they are. You can ride them from the get-go, expecting to save fuel, or you can go like hell and now you got to stop another time. Jaden stays out for another lap, which is really, I mean, that's the only thing he can do. He needs to ride this thing out until he has got nothing but fumes in the tank, and then stop, take a splash, and get back out as quick as he can. And he may be able to come right back out behind the leader to at least have the lucky dog, but I don't think he can stop here without going a lap down. Not under green anyway. AJ. Oh yeah, that was a quiet car. AJ's on the clutch. We'll cheat and watch his tag now. Yep, it's got tack. It's a 0. AJ is shutting her down. Then bring her back. And by coming back, he's keeping Skyler. And that's the thing that really I don't understand. He is shutting that car off and is still holding Skyler behind him. You can see the blue arc across the top there with the speed in the bottom right corner of your screen. When he goes off in there, you can watch him shut it off because that bar will disappear. The green part is gone. No throttle at all. And he kicks it back on. And while doing that, he is just giving Skyler fits. There goes Skyler. Bye, Skyler. that is your battle for second. There's Shu and there's Roy trying to get their laps back. Looks like they're going to be successful in that. Jaden's not going to try them too hard. Pop up Jaden's dashboard over here. Oh, he's definitely feathering it. So that little bar, that's the throttle. It's throttle trace. That's just letting off to get in the corner, right back in it. Oh man, I don't see how we're gonna make this. He is at 32. He's got 5 laps to go. So yeah, he's gonna, judging on that, 4 to 5 laps to go. Jaden's gonna be dry, so he's only got 3 or 4 laps left. He's gonna have to make a stop. Finish. Closed him up while doing this. Benish has gained about a second and a third. Jaden, slowing down, trying to save fuel. If he's trying to save 4 laps of fuel, you got to do that from the very, very beginning of a run. I don't think you can just pick that up halfway through and decide, I'm going to save 4 laps of fuel.
Oh yeah, I've made that mistake a couple of different times.
Yeah, fuel saving is, just flat out hard to do. Especially, it's hard enough anywhere, but a fast track like this where you got a lot of on throttle time. Man, it's just, I don't know. That's a rough gig. Coming around one more time. Still gonna go ahead and make another lap. Coming up 6 to go. We still got Jaden making laps. Is he going to somehow have enough fuel to make this? It's the $1 million question. Back in second is AJ. He is 6.5 seconds back. He's not making up a full second a lap, so we're absolutely looking at, I tell you what. There we go. So he is really gaining on him. That must mean that Jaden is coming in. Benish is taking the lead. I'm gonna assume. Let's just watch him. We're gonna take a guess here that this is probably gonna be a splash and go. I don't think I would bother to take tires with 5 to go.
Yeah, I was riding along with Jaden.
Missed the pit. Slid too far. Went too far back. Oh man. Oh,
well, it looks like everybody's getting fired this week too.
Yeah, that sucks.
Let's blame it on the signboard guy.
Oh, absolutely. Signboard guy was probably watching TikTok videos, didn't even have the board down. So that is going to roll us around.
That is
little man in the
unfortunate.
boat. AJ, hold by clutch, Benish, who shuts her down, coasts through.
I believe AJ is clutching his pearls.
That is a very accurate description of what he's doing.
Clutch my pearls and hold my beer.
He's got a 13.5 second lead.
Chandy. Oh, and Skylar hard in the wall there.
That was a pretty good slap from the not very often lapped Skylar Carnes. Usually you got to be off the track to get lapped. Skylar's just kind of hanging out there with AJ. I wonder if he's telling him, for $10 I'll push you to the finish if you're out of fuel. Ooh, or maybe I'm going to scare the back end of this car off of it. I guess if nothing else, Skylar's going to go around, so if people don't know that he's a lap down, it looks like it's a lot closer battle for the lead. All right, 1 to go. Looks like AJ's got his own entourage. So if he can't make it around, or maybe Skylar's going to do burnouts for him if he runs out of fuel.
That would be entertaining for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how that'll work out. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But Kreidler, who dominated the race, looks like he's going to finish up second. He's got himself around Kyle. So AJ's going to pull off the win. And we're going to see Kreidler and Kyle here come across for second. This one's going to be right down to it. Into 3 and 4. John's got Kyle. Yeah, boy, Kyle don't look like he's got nothing for him. Kreidler's going to take second place. We're going to have Kyle right behind him in third. And for the first time this season, I don't interview Davey Hendricks after the checkered flag. Unreal. Matt Piercini is going to come up with a fifth. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Everybody starts coming around here. Here's your finishing order. This is AJ, got John Kreidler, got Kyle Gretsch, Davey Hendricks. You got Matt Piercini, Jacob Klinkhart, Oliver Turan, Adam Schoon, the Shoe, Al Corey. And you've got, let's see, after Al, we've got Roy Hyde, Gary Sargent, Christian Lotion, Skylar Carnes, Jaden Consterk. That late caution doomed him. 14th. That is, the finish just is not really, yeah, that is not indicative of the run he had. Michael McCuskey in 15th, those sticky fingers in 16th, and plenty of gas in that tank for burnouts, AJ. The Nodge finishes 17th, Marty in 18th, Alan Dixon 19th, James Lawson finished off track in 20th. JB was in the booth for this one. And just remember, No Toad Racing League is recruiting now. We run almost every night of the week. We got ARCA, Xfinity, Next Gen, and 87 Legends, along with lots more fun racing. The official races start at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That is still 8 Central. JB, out west, what time would that be?
Well, sorry, you caught me tongue-tied because you forgot our GT3 series on Saturdays.
Which
races generally start
King of the
between
Hill.
5 and the King of the Hill on Saturdays. They generally start between 5:30 and 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
All right, and that's specific to 6 o'clock.
Specific Standard Time.
Specific time. But yeah, the 20th anniversary Friendly Racing League. It got start back in 2002 with the old Papyrus NASCAR racing game. The Discord link is on the YouTube channel that you are watching right now. League is numbered 6307. So pop on in and say, hey, what you know. And we are going to, in reverse order, first and foremost, we are going to bring in our good buddy from the broadcast booth, Kyle Sexy Walter. How goes it, Kyle?
I'm very sweaty, and I'm tired, and I'm satisfied with their place finish.
The earlier wreck, I mean, honestly, that was a pretty good move. So, I mean, you got lucky there, getting slid up into the track to get the caution. Being the only caution of the race, I mean, that really, really saved you. But, managed to get back up to third from it. So I would definitely say you had all you could deal with, really, to get yourself back up into contention. You did a real good job with it.
Yeah, I just hit the wall there, and I was just trying to keep the car like pointed somewhat straight. I was trying not to have it like cut hard left, or left from my standpoint going backwards down the backstretch, and not just go straight up into traffic. So I was trying not to do something too drastic to where I'd spin out into the racing line. So
yeah, had a good run. I mean, a good solid run. I mean, I don't think third is really anything to sneeze at. Most of us would take that. And you kept Davey from getting interviewed.
yeah, that was the main thing here. I just wanted to make sure. Main thing. I know this is like one of the things where you have these races you come to, and you're like, I want to win every race. If I didn't win this one, I wanted AJ to win it. So yeah, AJ's gotten screwed out of 2 of these, or I think 3 of them now. So to him to finally get one, it's cool. But yeah, finishing ahead of Davey, I think, is the main goal. Wish I could have finished ahead of Creedler, but I couldn't have done too much there with Nodge being on fresher tires and me not really having much to contend with there.
Yeah, that was really I mean, really just a strategy race. I mean, which we have a lot of them here, and it definitely looked like you guys, we're going to be able to get there. We were watching the lap counts and stuff, and it became real evident that there was only a handful of guys that were going to be able to go once we got to that last pit stop. Looked like Ollie was going to be able to. Looked like Gary was going to be able to. AJ obviously did. Looked like he was going to be able to. But everybody else looked like they're going to be short. Was it something that, do you think backing off just a hair of just over the course of the run would have done it, or would it have taken a lot more savings than what you were doing to get you to the end?
It would have took probably doing a whole practice run and a half just to get used to hitting the ignition and kind of cutting off the car, because the main thing with kind of how AJ and Al and some of the other people who are fantastic at saving fuel do it is they're cutting off the cars, and then they're cutting them on at the right time, so his lap times when he's saving fuel are competitive. So he's saving so much fuel that it takes a while to learn how to do so, and just with how Sundays come around and how much practice we actually have for the race, and I don't do any practice outside of this, it's just too much to do consistently, because the last thing you want to do is screw yourself over committing to something like that and then not being able to pull through.
Absolutely. Well, I've got Kreidler. I'm not sure if I don't remember what happened, but I think at some point we were having a hard time getting him in here. I'm not seeing him again, so we're gonna go ahead and jump, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull AJ with us up in the booth here. Like I said, we don't have John, but that's all right. We'll jump up to AJ, and boy, AJ, that little man in the boat was paddling his little butt off trying to get you all the fuel savings he could.
Yeah, we were working hard. Even from the get-go in the race, we were saving pretty good until the caution. Then the last one, I realized that it was going to be, if we came down and took the pit stop with one to go, it'd be real tight, but we should be able to make it. And came out after the first stop, and I was looking like 2 to the good. Lost some of that fighting Skyler, thinking he might be able to save and trying to push his fuel. And then we got back to saving and made it with about a lap to spare.
Okay, yeah, we were riding on board, and if you look at any of the replay, you're going to realize I showed everything you were doing. So I have absolutely no regrets in that at all. I've got some toys, and I pretty well ratted you out, so people may know how to do this. But yeah, I mean, you cutting off, getting in the corner, stuff like that, and I dead honestly, from what we saw from your last pit stop lap, I was really kind of wondering why you were saving that hard. I thought you were going to be a couple laps to the good as it was.
Yeah, quite honestly, I screwed up the math in my head on how far I had to run, but my theory the whole time was the longer I can run on the first one, that means I can run harder on the second one when presumably other people have to save. So I kind of rely on that normally. If I'm within 1 or 2 laps, I figured, like I said, when Skyler, I could fight him and I wouldn't be saving. I could just go normal race pace and try to push him or pass him and then go back to saving. So that's kind of why I over-save most of the times rather than have to come in a lap short.
All right.
The burning question up here in the booth for sure, watching you save so much, the burning question was, will AJ have enough gas left to do the burnout?
And we did. We had a little over a lap left by the time we finished it off. So, yeah, we saved enough.
I kind of wondered if you were trying to talk Skyler into staying behind you the last lap in case you needed a little bump draft to get you across the stripe. But yeah, no, you had enough and did pretty good burnout too.
Yeah, I figured we used up as much as we could. I think I used up about 2/10 of fuel, and I had another 2/10 to go. So I had a little bit more left, but I figured that was enough of a burnout.
Right on. Well, AJ, congratulations. We got another No Toad Racing League winner here from Las Vegas, the halfway mark of our season. We are back next week for another trip down No Toad Lane. We'll catch you then. Be nice to each other. Dang it.
buddy. P1 right there.